All right, welcome. Coolangatta 2023 Oceania Beach Handball Championships. Women's final between Australia and New Zealand. My name's Cameron Ross. I am part of the men's team for New Zealand, and I'll be taking you through a totally biased commentary of this last match as the teams take the court. This is the last game of the championships, with the men's team unfortunately going down to Australia in a sudden death penalty shootout. So I'm not salty at all.
Welcome to the final session.
As we just complete the formalities. Oh, I can do this.
And it's the gold medal game in the women's division. And we have New Zealand versus Australia. Our referees are Augustine Baudonnet and Gisela Montenegro. On the bench we have Mrs. Macaroa Mitchell-John, Liz Cunningham, Nick Thompson, and Susan Wilson-Gahan. If I could now have the manager, Minnie Silcock, of the New Zealand.
It's the only way we can hold it because they're so light. Yeah.
Thanks, Joanna, and yeah, just a big thanks to everything that you guys have done. It's been great. For New Zealand, we have number 22, Ryan Lockton. Number 11, Ian Rossler. Number 1, Kiana Dawson. Number 3, Sunday Wyatt. Annalise Wilson, number 4. Number 5, Catherine Parker. Number 9, Jordan Thornton. Number 19, Cassandra Dawson. Number 20, Francesca Graham. And number 50, Christina Haynes.
We now have Helen Boyd to announce the Australian team. Thanks, Joanna. Number 7, Anna Medden. Number 10, Alira Hudson-Dozy. Number 11, Amelia Viana. Number 12, Sally Katoki. Number 16, Rosalind Boyd. Number 18, Claudia Mitchell. Number 19, Jemima Harwood. Number 22, Abby Mills. Number 23, Amy Thomas. Number 42, Heather Cooper. And coach Andrew Kelso, assistant coach Ray Bolton, and the manager Bernico. Thank you very much, Helen. We will now have the national anthem of New Zealand.
melodies complete there. The game will begin. So, putting into the game, hey, we know we like to be here. We're an underdog, true underdog story. Just like Central Kakapo and the Beach Handball Nationals in New Zealand. True underdog story coming. So, apologies to those who have listened this morning. I will spend a bit of time at the first instance explaining how beach handball works. I've gotten feedback. It's been good for those people who are first timers. If you're a first timer watching this, welcome. And so the game starts as 2 halves of 10 minutes. If you win the first half, doesn't matter by 1 or 100, you get 1 point. Then you play the second half with the scores reset back to 0. And if you win that, you get 2 points, you win 2-0. If it's 1-1, goes to penalties, and personally don't want to talk about it. So here we go, this tip off. New Zealand managed to secure the ball there. Now you'll see 2 different coloured tops out there for New Zealand and Australia. Most of the women are playing in teal for New Zealand with one person, Erin, on the edge here in black. She's a special player, that's called a specialist, and if she scores, it's worth 2 points, as unfortunately the ball's turned over there. And there's another couple of ways of scoring 2 points, which is kind of the preferred way of playing beach handball. Obviously you want to go up in 2s instead of 1s. If it's just a normal shot into the goal and it's in a normal, in Aussie's case, yellow, then as penalties called there for some contact on the pivot, then it's just worth 1 point. If a player spins in the air, does a 360 and then gets a goal, that's worth 2 points. And if they catch it in flight, it's called a Kemper, and that is also worth 2 points, as you saw Australia trying to do that, and unfortunately a foul occurred, which is a penalty, and that's worth 2 points regardless. So I'll talk through some examples as we get them. It's a non-contact sport, allegedly. As New Zealand build an attack down the side, and unfortunately the shot goes wide. That'll be Australia's ball. So it looks a bit chaotic. Teams seem to be running everywhere the ball goes away. I'll talk about that in a minute as Australia spill a pass and it becomes New Zealand's ball. So beach handball is a 4-a-side game, but you have players at both ends of the court. So you have defensive players and attacking players, and as soon as the ball changes over, you try and get your person off as fast as possible. Often you'll see the specialists be near their sub side because the goalie is also a specialist and they can't sub on. So you could have an open goal for a few seconds, which is obviously you don't want that. As unfortunately steps are taken there by New Zealand, that's a turnover, so you can only take 3 steps with the ball before you must pass it to someone, take a shot, or drop the ball on the ground, let go of it. So 10 minutes, high octane game, lots can change. So momentum swings very fast in this game, so 4-0 is not safe as they work to try and get it out to Erin at specialist. And steps are called there. And Australia play fast and are awarded, unbiasedly, definitely a charge, but that's okay. So Australia will look to build here. As you can see, the right winger putting it down, left winger taking the shot, and just a toe to it, but not enough to stop the goal. 6-0 Australia. So New Zealand will be looking for a way to penetrate this Australian defence. You can see they're quite high up as they run the ball down to the wing, put some pressure on to try and open up the other side. Good movement by New Zealand as the specialist takes the shot and through the legs of the Australian keeper, and that will make it 6-2. With pool stages, you have to do it in the one that counts. As an unforced error comes there, and Australia will play that fast. Potentially too many on the court there for someone taking that quick, but hey, I'm not the referee. As people chuckle at home. And another shot from the left wing It looks like New Zealand is targeting that shot. So with it being 3 versus 4, because the goalkeeper makes the 4th, you have to almost give up something. You want to try and make a plan for someone to be the shooter, and then get a good block on them, make it easier for the goalkeeper. You can see Australia's defence is really hassling them up high, trying to keep them out for this 3 steps, sorry. And could be passive play. No, it's top bins, as they say in football. And that will make it 8-4. It's a really patient attack by New Zealand, and then found the space they were looking for as they go for the Kemper. Fortunately falls down in court. Specialist. It looked tough, but apparently Jacks had not made the ground and took out the specialist on the shot. We'll see, will the ball lie? Well, looks like a good call to me. So New Zealand will be bringing it up. The score will be 10-4. So 3 scores for New Zealand. They'll be looking to get a good attack here, keep it within 2. As you can see, it looks like Australia are nervous a little bit in attack. They've given a ball away a couple of times. This counter goes, takes a shot, bins that one, past Jay, the keeper there, who would like me to say definitely up the Broncos, as Specialist comes in with heat, and there is the dive block. Absolutely huge by JT there. And unfortunately, dumbest rule in beach handball, team, when the defender blocks it and goes out in the 6, for some reason, Australia get rewarded and they keep the ball. IHF, if there's anyone listening, that's the rule to change. Great tips there. So this defence is really waking up from New Zealand. That's just a bit of a rush shot there from Australia. So you can see this defence from the New Zealand girls is really in their head. Rushing shots, they don't look comfortable, and the attack really need to make them pay for this. Australia sit back, let it come to them a little bit there, open up special, and unfortunately takes the line with there. So if we step on the blue line, that will be a turnover, and was the case there, unfortunately, for Aaron. So we can see the ball's gone down. Great dive block and a huge save there. So you can see that if you're watching that, perfect example of why dive block can work with a keeper. The Australian attacker there had just nowhere else to go. He had to go straight at the keeper. So the defence doing the job early. Let's see if the attack can put one away here and get within 2. So they build it down to the right side, get it some players in movement as Frankie goes to the line and finds the specialist, who unfortunately, big save there by Jay, who gets the ball up the court quickly. Defence is there, charge. Oh, that's a hard call. But special will go and bang it away. 12-6. You just can't take someone out when they're standing still on the line there. But unfortunately, call went against the Kiwis and they weren't fast enough to react, and down 12-6. Goes through, saved out by Jay, the keeper there, and New Zealand will build another attack. And they get a clear specialist shot. And again, the goalie saved it, but it's gone out over the sideline, so it will be New Zealand ball. If that had gone over the back line off the Australian keeper, then it would have been Australia ball. So New Zealand are playing with a pivot in this time. It's the person on the line, Frankie there. Just helps them to open up space. Aaron on the specialist shot, goes between the legs of the keeper, and it will keep the score at 12-8. Remember, 10 minutes. So I don't know how long to go, but they work it out to the specialist, and we're playing beach handball. That is not the shot we want to give up. So Specialist has the easiest shot in the game because they don't have to spin or try and catch it in flight. So most defenses try to manipulate a shot outside of that. Let's see if Australia can get on defense here, making it hard, getting up in the spaces. Show some patience, find a spin. It should be a penalty, and it is. So you can't make contact with anyone who's spinning. And it looked like the Australian defender was trying to get in front first to maybe draw a charge. When you don't make it, the outcome is a penalty. And unfortunately for New Zealand, big save there by Jay. So now we're running out of time. New Zealand looks to play a little bit more aggressively. And Australia find themselves on the line, and it looks like someone's gone down injured. Or maybe not injured, just wanted to have a little bit of a glance.
Time. 32.
As New Zealand have 32 seconds to try and find these 6 points, so they're going to have to play quick and then get the defence up hard, trying to force that turnover. As they get it, that will be a charge. This time the Australian defender, Rosa there, was able to tuck in, get in front and find the charge, the shoulder through her chest, which constitutes a charge. As Australia go in flight, fast, and that will be the end of the half. And Australia will take the point there. So, as we've talked about, Australia get 1 point now, and the scores are reset to 0. So New Zealand is still very much in this. They just need one half where if they win this half, then it will go to a penalty shootout. And in a penalty shootout, it's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. 5 shooters each. You can take a 2-point shot, you can take a 1-point shot. The scores are collected, and the team with the most points at the end win. So while we wait at half time, I can give you the story of the tournament. So down on the Gold Coast, Coolangatta Beach, and we've had 2 grades playing throughout the weekend. So 3 men's teams fought it out over Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We had Australia, New Zealand and the Cook Islands joining, and they played off against each other twice to make the final. The final washed out to be Australia and New Zealand. Some valiant efforts by Cook Islands, only just missing out on a couple of by 2-1 point. They actually took a set from Australia in the first game, which was great. Australia ended up getting out of the penalty shootout there. Kiwis versus Australia. New Zealand took the first one in the penalty shootout. Australia took the second, and then in the final, Australia were able to get up in the penalty shootout. So they are the Oceania champions for the male division. In the female division, we had 4 teams: American Samoa, Cook Islands, New Zealand, and Australia. And they played round robin against each other. Then semi-finals this morning, where Australia overwhelmingly beat American Samoa, and New Zealand got past the Cook Islands, and that's what's led us to here. So the Oceania champions are afforded opportunities this year. There's the World Beach Games in Bali in August. Teams get their ticket to, and then in June next year there's also the World Championships. So the Australian men have punched their ticket for that. Australian women are halfway to punching their own ticket. But I wouldn't count out the Kiwis just yet. They're going to have another match champ. And penalty shootout is always almost like a flip of the coin. So we're hoping that the girls can get up here and sneak back another point. There's the New Zealand team returns to the court after their half-time chat. Big shout out to William Silcock. William Makia can have a shout out too, but
Half interview.
oh, you want a half interview, do you? He doesn't want a half interview, even though he loves a chat. As we wait for Australia to come back to the court. Oh, Larry McAdee. True underdog story. This is the plot line of every movie, folks. This would be the one where never expected. Down, half time. And come back in a thrilling fashion. Getting hammered with some requests for shout outs. Big shout out to Laura from Beach. Big shout out to Tambonks. Funny saying this half, yes. We can try together. Shout out to Wellington. Everyone gets a shout out.
Let's go, friends. Over you, girl.
As New Zealand, the second half starts, Australia secure the ball that time. And they will build their first attack here. And find the pivot. And great save to start by Kiwi stealer there. And so the score will remain at 0-0. New Zealand will look to take the early lead here. Yes. Oh. Frankie looks to just go through the middle, gets a good shot. Unfortunately, he just pushes it wide. So, the early trades of misses. So scores at 0-0. So the defense we look at to get something here as they force the long pass over the top. And, oh, that's a great shot at the top bender. Some good blocks there.
Dex, one step and eyes on the ball.
So New Zealand, we're looking to hit back here. They'll build their attack. They're a patient attacking team. And they've just got to get these defence moving as Erin takes it on. And it goes over the top. And the contact from the Australian defender has earned her a suspension. So if you do a bad one, that's a bad one. And a suspension has occurred, which means that Australia will have to play this possession one attacker down. And if you get two suspensions, you're too naughty, see you later, you get a red card. So It looked to be a very close sub. I thought they had 4 on the court there. They tried to pull a sneaky. They got away with it, I think. Check the tape. Nonetheless, goal stands and it will be 4-2. So now number 11 for Australia will have to be very careful. If she gets another suspension, that's her day done. And they work it out to the specialist. Unfortunately, the pass goes to ground. And that's definitely a foul, but not called. So the Australians look to put too much on and it's passive, so they'll have to take the shot here. And it bounces up and over the goal, unfortunately. So one would argue a fortunate start for the Aussies, but you've got to take them as they build their next attack. And they find the pivot wide open, unfortunately, and she is far too good for that. She's very experienced in the pivot position and has showed her class all over the world. So we want to keep it away from the Australian pivot as much as possible. So New Zealand trying to get back in the game, taking the spin there, and Jay is able to fall on that and make the save, so that will keep the score at 6-2. As we saw in the first half, it's not over. New Zealand have the opportunity to get back here as a great little lob there over a contested dive block and the kick coming out. Great awareness to be able to just break the wrist there and lob it over. So New Zealand look to build their next attack, get these defenders moving, find the space. At the moment no one's moving, there they go. Australia's up and unfortunately it goes to ground and that's passive play as Frankie goes through the middle and unfortunately that should be a charge. So we'll see how that goes there as Australia looks to try and get inside with their specialist. Unbiasedly, ball don't lie. Sauce for the goose, as they'd say. So New Zealand can get back into it here. They've got to find the space. They open up Aaron on the specialist who puts it through Jay's legs again. That seems to be a good shooting spot. And the score is 8-4. So see if the defence can do the job here. As the spilled, but unfortunately just evades rolling there. And another junky pass, and it's come off the. Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to be unbiased. So penalties called for contact there, and Australia convert for a 10-4 lead. New Zealand just need to move on from that. The defence is doing a good job here at holding them, and the attack are finding some good shots. They just need to put them in the ball on the goal as Aaron saves that one in. Great hands, and they need to get a move on or else they get passive again. As they work, try and work. So unfortunately I don't know what the call was there. That should be a charge. And New Zealand look to come away with this, so it remains 10-4.
Get Jacks off quicker. As soon as the charge happens, we want this.
So the attack have another chance here to bring it within 4. And Foul on the shot. That's just a foul. And they've opened up some good space in the middle as Annalise goes through. Great save there by Jay. Should be a 6 metre. So the defence will be hunting again, trying getting a stop. And they'll put that away for a 12-4 lead. So New Zealand have it all in front of them to do here. To go here, so the score 12-6, 3 minutes. It's pretty much going to need to be defence stops from here as the specialist gets it. A great tip by JT, but that will remain Australia's ball, because that's a rule. And I don't know why time's still running, but and Australia put that away through the middle, and that will be 14-6. As unfortunately counter shot there misses the near post. So defence are going to have to get active here. They're going to have to get the ball back. And let's go straight to JT. And that should, oh, it was close to being held for 3 seconds there. But they managed to hold their composure and get it to the attack. So New Zealand are going to have to go fast here. They kind of have no choice. They've got to get 8 points in the next 2 minutes probably. You see the score, we're signalling 2 minutes to go, so they'll take a wing shot. Great dive block. Unfortunately goes into the goal, and this might be a bridge too far with about 1:30 left and 10 points to get. But they won't stop trying. So Cass goes through and puts it into the bottom corner, 16-8. They're going to have to get on this ball, hope for some big saves. It's going to be passive. Oh, that's probably, yeah, that's definitely a penalty. So as she goes into the defender there, JT couldn't help herself, had a swipe at the arm, and it's come loose, and that will be a penalty. And put that away. This is 4:18-8. 1 minute to go. As Jay makes a huge save, it goes out of bounds. And we're looking to open up space there. Cass is swamped by the Australian defender and puts it out. And build out to the wing. And unfortunately took the line there, and there'll be a turnover. 30 seconds to go. New Zealand will try and hunt this ball out fast. And another great break of the wrist that left wing has really perfected that art. And as New Zealand look to go long and quick here. Ten seconds to go. And they'll look to do something here. As steps are called, and that will be all she wrote, and Australia will come out on top 2-0 and become the 2023 Oceania champions. Congratulations to the Australian women. New Zealand will take out second in the competition, and Cameron Ross will sign off there. Thanks everyone.
Thanks, Cam.
love you.